Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So we're on the heels of another major championship, this time around the World Indoor Championships, and of course, leading into the championships, which begins March 1st through to the 3rd, which is tomorrow, right? Of course, we have to do our medal predictions. So from a Jamaican perspective, how many medals will Jamaica win? Well, y'all know I did my Jamaica looks bleak video. Well, that's not what the video was called. I don't remember what it was called, but it was something about how bleak our prospects look in terms of this World Indoor Championships, who chose not to go, and of course who is going when you look at the rest of the world and how that stacks up with Jamaica, right? But with that said, you know what it is? We do have opportunities to medal at this World Indoor Championships, and I'm gonna get into you know who I think will medal, and of course how many medals Jamaica will get at the end of the day. So kicking things off, I think the pretty easy one that we can look right at is the Akeem Blake one. Now, if things go according to plan, if he executes his race, then he pretty much lands himself on the medal podium. For me personally, when I look at one, the field that he'll be lined up against, and two, track is the times that they clearly have run, right? So far again for the year, Akeem Blake 6.45 seconds. You know that's pretty close to Noah Lyle 6.43, and also Christian Coleman 6.44. The rest of the world is in the 6.5s and back. So as long as Akeem Blake executes his race, which he can, track is then, of course, for me personally, he lands solidly on the medal table. Now, track is, let's start to look at some other viable options for medals. No, I looked at the women's 4x4. For me, this is a really, really good team. And I actually think Anjanette Knight is very, very smart in entering herself in this 4x4, because she can be a viable option also for Paris, in the future. And she's been running really well indoors so far for Jamaica, or for herself, that is, right? So when you look at the 4x4 team, um, all right, let's just be clear. I haven't really seen much from Janelle to really, write home about, or Stephanie-Ann so far this season. But Stacy, Anjanette, Leah, Lanae, and Cherokee have all been running really well this season. And I said, depending on the four that they choose, which I'd probably go with Anjanette, Lanae, right, Leah, and maybe Stacy. That would probably be my four that I would choose. But I know Cherokee is a really bully, so I'm kind of torn in between which one to choose, for this relay, since it's only four legs can run a final. But with that said, I think this is an amazing team. I think this is a team that can challenge for a gold medal also, right? So this is another event that I believe Jamaica will medal in. That is the women's 4x4. And also, track is, it gives you a gleam into the future as it relates to future possibilities, because we see other countries do it. You don't have to select your top four from the flat 400 meters. You can select a hurdler. You can even select an 800-meter athlete. You know what I mean? When you look at Athing Mo and her previous history when she was a collegiate athlete running, she ran pretty good in the 400 meters. So America knows, even though she runs the 800 meters professionally, we can always draw on her to run a solid 400-meter leg. So again, you don't have to box yourself into one little realm of where you select athletes from to run on a relay. And I think Anjanette is a very good, prospect for the future when we talk about relays. So in this championship track is, I think this is a solid medal for Jamaica, and I think we could also challenge for gold with this team. Now, moving on to the men's long jump. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting, because whilst we do have the leader in the world this year in the men's long jump, he has chosen not to go. Well, he's collegiate. let's just be clear. He's a collegiate athlete, so yes, he will not be partaking in this event. But still, we have Kerry McLeod that's ranked 6th in the world, and also we have Tajay that is ranked 10th in the world. Now, in terms of distances, though, they're not that far apart. So when you look at Tajay, he's at 8.15, and then we look at Kerry, that's at 8.20, and also, Miltidas Tentoglu, which is the gold medalist from the World Championship last year, the athlete that tends to clutch jump his way out of everything and wins events. So he's at 8.26 this season, right? So that definitely puts Jamaica in the thick of things, and these are distances that I believe Kerry McLeod and also Tajay will be able to cover in terms of challenging for a medal, because right now, tied with our very own Wayne Pinnock leading the world, is Mattia Ferlani No, he's from Italy, trackies, and that's at 8.34 meters. So again, I believe these are distances that they'll be able to challenge for. But considering how many good people are in this lineup, I'm looking at Mattia for a medal. I'm looking at Miltadis Tentaglo for a medal. So when I'm doing that, I'm starting to say, okay, will Jamaica be able to snatch two? Probably that's pushing it a bit, right? So I'm gonna call Jamaica for one medal here. If we can get two, that's great. But I'm gonna call Jamaica for one medal here at this particular championships in the long jump. So that's another medal right there. And then where I think the other medal comes in is the men's shot put. Now, Rajendra has to win a massive personal best national record for the men's shot put indoors. That is 8.1, well, not 8, sorry, 22.16 meters. So, with that said, that 22.16 meters puts him third, tied third in the world in the men's shot put. So he just leapfrog over a lot of guys and landed third place in the world. Now, when it comes to throws, clearly you have to remain consistent if you want to be a medal prospect. So I'm hoping that Rajendra will be able to be a consistent 22 thrower at this meet. And if he's a consistent 22-meter thrower, then I believe he finds himself on the medal table as well. So trackies. With that said, that's pretty much the medals for me. Now I do have an outside shot after medal, and that's Natalia Gould in the women's 800 meters. But when I do look at the field so far this season, she would have to be in and around personal best speed indoors in order to medal. And the problem that I'm having is that Natalia has not run all season. So because she has, well, not that she hasn't run, she did run, but she didn't finish the race because that was a training run. But she hasn't been competitively racing in the 800 meters. So I don't know. Does she come out flying and just start running sub 2 minutes, off the bat, or does she warm up into her race before she can gradually get into those fast times? So on one hand, I'm like, okay, let's see how that's gonna go. So for me, she's an offshot at a medal. So Jamaica could possibly end with maybe 5 medals at the end of this championship. But for me, track is Jamaica gets 4 medals at these championships. How do I sound? Am I pushing it? Am I pushing it? Am I living in La La Land? Some of you like to, believe that Jamaica, or me personally, when I think about Jamaica on the global stage, I'm living in La La Land. I wasn't so far off the medal count last year. I just want to point that out, right? So for y'all that keep sleeping on my medal predictions, keep sleeping, right? So let me know your thoughts as usual in the comment section below. What do you think are the possibilities for Jamaica? How many medals do you think we will be able to collect at these championships, if any? Certainly sound off in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, like the video and subscribe. I will catch you in a next one.